We're here at the StableView Tech 17 conference, and I'm joined by James Swayze, the CEO of Symbility. James, thanks for taking the time to speak with us today.
My pleasure. Glad to be here.
James, give us a bit of introduction into Symbility for our viewers who might not know the company.
Sure. Symbility is a software platform focused on the insurance industry, and what we're trying to do is effectively modernize the claims process. We created a cloud platform that connects all of the constituents in a claim. So your house, God forbid, burns down, or you have a flooded basement, and there's adjusters, there's the supervisor from the insurance company, there's the water mitigation company, the flooring specialist, the contractor, everybody that has to be involved has to determine some aspect of that claim, collaborate together, and try to get to resolution as quickly as possible, and that's what we enable.
And what exactly is unique about your software and your platform?
We have been a cloud-based platform for our entire life of now a dozen years, since before the term cloud was actually in use. The beauty of being a cloud platform versus an on-premise install is that all of that data is sitting on our servers. And our license is to use that data for the betterment of the product, for the betterment of what we can serve to our customers. So over those 12 years or so, we've accumulated about 100 million photographs, for example, of damaged properties, which a decade ago would have been relatively useless. And today, with machine learning and deep learning methodologies that are being used by some companies, including one of our partners, Deep Learning, we are able to tease out more and more information from that cache of data that we have, and we can improve the products and automate the process, personalize the process. So it's sort of the world is your oyster in terms of what we can do now that we have those models to work with.
We're talking about data and data collection. That's a huge amount of data to work with and manipulate. How do you do that? How does the software do that?
Well, we recognized that while we have a skill set in building a platform and are accumulating this data, we do not have the skill set to build the models and the algorithms associated with digesting that data. So that's why we partnered with Deep Learning. Deep Learning is a local Toronto-based company that has done some extraordinary work for the banks with tremendous results. We started discussions with them many months ago and have now engaged them. They're building the models around our data sets, and it's kind of an exciting early time in the process, but already we're seeing some of the results coming through.
Talk to us about the market potential when we're looking at modernizing the insurance claims industry. What type of potential are you seeing?
It's funny how we take for granted now almost every aspect of our life. We have a level of transparency into what we're doing. I can do all my banking on my phone, where again, a decade ago I would have said, well, banks and insurance companies are very old and stodgy. If you had an insurance claim, something as simple as a flooded basement, you get on the phone with somebody, a few days later you're back on the phone calling, asking where's this person, where's that person, how is this supposed to unfold? You don't have a window, you don't have any visibility into the process. So what we're introducing to the market are applications that connect all of this data that we're accumulating and give you a step-by-step prognosis of what's about to happen, who's coming to your home, the photographs that are being taken, the damages that's being corrected, so that you have a way to monitor, and it vastly improves the experience that you're having. That's what we're doing.
What about down the road? What do shareholders have to look forward to from Symbility?
Well, I mean, it costs about $500 every time an insurance company sends an adjuster to visit your home. And if they're coming to see your flooded basement, which they may have seen 1,000 times before, the ability to improve our products, to anticipate through photographs and questions. If I've done this 1,000 times and I know your neighborhood and the likelihood of the materials that were used in the construction of that home and the contents of your home based on your neighboring people, then I probably can ask you half a dozen questions, take half a dozen photos, and come within a 2-degree level of accuracy of what that's going to cost. And so without having to send somebody out and waste additional time, I can send somebody out to immediately repair, knowing what the cost is going to be, and have you a much happier policyholder.
So James, why should we invest in Symbility?
Well, the InsurTech space is, again, a new term. but it's really an expansion of what fintech has done for banking and so much of the financial services industry. The insurance industry really sat back and took a wait-and-see approach for a long time, perhaps too long. But it's a bit of a boys' club of bigger companies that recognize that, well, if none of us make any changes, then we're all okay. But you've got new competitors in the mix. There's peer-to-peer insurance companies. There's apps that are providing you insurance. There's Google, Amazon. You can buy insurance from them now, too. Mm-hmm. So once these types of companies start eating their lunch, so to speak, they recognize that there's a lot they have to do. And a lot of money's being raised around insurtech. We've been at this for a while. I've spent my whole life in the insurance business. And I think we're positioned much better than all of the startups because we have brand recognition, we have contracts with insurance companies that they don't hand out lightly, so we have the credibility to build our business and take advantage of this momentum.
Well, where can our viewers go to find out more about Symbility?
Our website, SymbilitySolutions.com, is a wealth of data. Of course, we're a publicly traded company. Symbol is SY on the venture exchange. You can go to CDAR and collect data. And of course, the TSX can provide you additional data as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, James, for taking the time to speak with us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
For SmallCapPower, I'm Angela Harmantis.